Hello, it is Monday, January 10th, and that means two things. If you think you've bombed on your New Year's resolution, just try it again next Tuesday. You'll probably do better. And it is time for the Lighting Industry News Brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies and their direct drive HID LED replacement lamp. You know what it does? Well, it's got two power factors, 80 or 110, 115 watt, that you can just switch between on a switch on the device. It has color selections. Again, 3 colors that you switch between on the device. Also on the device is a port for a G2 sensor for motion or daylight harvesting. That, my friends, is light made easy. Check the link in the description if you please. Into the news, Acuity is raising prices as of the 7th of February. Almost all products will see it. To what degree? That's a fun game we get to play. NEMA has a new dimming standard for roadway lighting that, by the way, also improves energy management at the same time. That's ANSI standard C136.52-2021. Orion has bought service provider Staylight. Amerelux's UV-free disinfection lamp tools have won an award from Architectural SSL. Daintree's deal with Hubble will close in February if all goes well. And they're planning layoffs that are said to be, quote, major at around the same time. Everlight is entering the UVC business. This is something that got announced before the new year, and I didn't catch till today. Sorry, but now we all know. Osram Sylvania, the North American arm of AMS, has agreed to buy an entire tungsten mine in Portugal, and also 44% of the output from Tiberian, a different tungsten mine. Now, I'm new to this, but that sounds like a lot of tungsten. Encompass Supply has bought Atlantic Electric. Both do a lot of government work, and now they'll be merged. We have on the verge of a new green building tax credits, 3 of them, one for new residential, one for residential improvements, and one for any commercial, and that could be a big boost, so get on it. WILA is entering the U.S. market through their partnership with Experience Brands. Acuity has posted their Q1 fiscals with better than expected earnings. Cree LED is doing, quote, just fine, $112 million in sales last quarter. BGL has sold their majority stake in Persona Signs to Exeter Street Capital, which owns Triangle Sign and Service. So look forward to Persona Triangle as a sign and outdoor lighting company in the near future. ECM has bought Briscon. Briscon makes electrical staples in Wisconsin. National Building Stock Study has shown that, once again, 61% of all lighting is fluorescent, and y'all should get on selling some LEDs to those people. Vantage and Prolux have entered an alliance for end-to-end solutions. The pulse of lighting for Q4 of last year is available. Supply chain issues did happen, but growth didn't slow. The IES Member of the Month is Dr. Mariana Figuero. She is, of course, the director of the Light and Health Research Center. Atcor has joined ETIM under the Wire Management and Wire Devices Group. And LumiLEDs, maker of automotive lighting, interior, has partnered with Inhalio, who makes scent diffusers. Just thought you should know that. In legal news, Resilience Magnum has received a patent for diffusion lighting. In events, IES is accepting submissions for 2 awards. This is the Illumination Awards. You can submit those until the 18th of February. And the IES NYC's Lumen Awards are also accepting nominees. Sengled has won an award at CES. This is for a smart bulb that monitors your health even when it's off. Definitely a thing I want in my house. Yes, sir. You can now register for NAED's South Central Region Conference. Early bird deals will close soon. And Messe Frankfurt has canceled 4 shows. Presumably Light and Building will be the next fate we hear about, but nothing yet. In rep agencies, O'Blaney Rinker has partnered with Sacco and Axolite, and Synergy Electrical Sales will rep for Penduit in New York and New Jersey. in recommended reading. All of these articles on nailed.org, among other things that Nailed does, but we can talk about daylighting in educational facilities, John Bullock on minimum performance standards, how Saylight dealt with last year's disruptions, what rare earths mean outside of China, the best black table lamp. I need to know this personally. Randy Reed has his take on CES, what it means to provide enough light on construction sites, an insight into Kickler's PR for the past year, mesh for hospital gear, but not IoT lighting. Interesting. Charles Hart talks leadership. We have some facts on low-pressure sodium, and we have engineering of extreme UV lithography, if you care to read that. In IoT news, again, we were at CES, so let's shake it all out. The activation of 5G has been paused. This is AT&T and Verizon holding off for 2 weeks until aviation authorities can clear that. The FCC has cleared PhoneRoche Connect for U.S. use. It's already been all over Africa so far. JLL has bought Henk. This is a cloud building management company. ALS has bought ICS. This is also cloud building management. Schneider Electric has claimed that you can save 19% on energy after digital controls being added. This report has been verified by CNBC. And Tata and Zain are partnering on smart city projects in Saudi Arabia. In market projections, our lamps will be up 3%. Smart cities will be worth $873 billion by 2026. We've got 12% growth in home automation. The PoE market will expand by not quite 30%. LED retrofix will be worth $5 billion in a few years. Outdoor lighting will experience 7% gains. Vertical farms will be worth $24 billion by 2030. LED revenues overall will be somewhere around $54 billion by 2027. And plasma lighting, small increase by 2% over the next 6 years. Ain't that nifty? In R&D, we have Wuhan U improving blue flip chips with full angle DBR. This is great for mini LED performance. We'll probably see that in displays before we see that in lighting, but there we go. In horticultural, Hawthorne, a division of Scott's Miracle-Gro, has bought Lux. This is a $215 million deal. Thrive Agritech has teamed up with Urban Grow, and Grow Generation has bought Mobile Media and MMI Agriculture for cash and stock. In Dark Sky news, Leduc, Alberta is going to start their Dark Sky initiative. NYC is expanding their existing Lights Out bill. Springdale UT is waiting for their Dark Sky status to be approved. Solar and lunar gravity affects behavior of all living things. And the NRIA, a real estate developer, has agreed to make turtle-safe lighting part of their plans going forward. And self-driving cars might solve Allen problems. Maybe. We'll see. It's an interesting thing to think about. In People News, the CFO of LED iBond will be stepping down. Solera has added Chris Pickering as their director. Lou Goldman, founder of Barron, will be retiring. Scott Chepko has left Dialite, and Rich Whiten has joined Kurtzon. In local news, LA has removed historic street lighting over a bridge to prevent further thefts of that street lighting. I don't know how crime could happen. There's so much light around. That's what it's there for, right? Stony Brook U has upgraded their to LED. 6 Mississippi schools will be renovating to LED. Lansing, Michigan has begun facade improvements program. The Toyota Center in LA Sports Desk has added UV sterilization to their facilities. Jefferson and Lewis counties of New York will be upgrading their streetlights to LED. And Cullen Lighting Studio has been lost to Colorado wildfires. In Projects and Hacks, we can talk about UV resin in 3D printing, a cool trick to finish your prints. And we have teeny tiny LED matrix panels that are perfect fits. But until next time, I've been Scott Wachter. Thank you to Nailed It, Join, Get Associated, Get Educated. There's so much more than me talking to myself. But until then, have some music. Have a good week.
Cité